friends, welcome back to my channel. So today's video might come as a shock to some of you who have been following me, but back in, I want to say it was June of last year. Yeah, I think it was June or maybe even May of last year, 2021, I became a Mary Kay beauty consultant. And I was really excited, started doing videos and everything. And just this past month, January 2021, I decided that I was going to quit Mary Kay. So this video is basically my story. If you're somebody who is looking to getting into Mary Kay, what suggestions I have for you, and kind of basically why I quit and what my next thing is. The other thing is, stay tuned. I am going to be doing a video of my most loved Mary Kay products and my most hated Mary Kay products. So that you guys know, like, honestly and truly from a ex-Mary Kay consultant, what products I absolutely loved and I'm still going to be using versus what products don't waste your money on. So stay tuned for that. Definitely make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of those videos. So to kind of give you guys a little bit of a story, quick story, because I know a lot of you are probably wanting to review this or do this video because you want to know, maybe you're interested in being a Mary Kay consultant and want to know what things to avoid, or maybe you're just here for the drama, not sure. But basically, I want to start it off by saying that I think the company is fine. I had no issues with the company. It really came down to a personal choice. When I became a Mary Kay consultant in June or May of last year, I did it because I wanted to start doing a side hustle. I wanted to focus on a product and actually make money off of it, to be completely honest with you. I've been doing this YouTube video for several years and I absolutely love it. This is my hobby. This is my creative outlet. But I wanted something that was going to make a little bit more money. And so I decided to start selling Mary Kay. Now, what I really wanted to do was start selling a different makeup brand, but I was too worried about, and whatever, it's Saint Beauty. That's the brand that I thought that I originally wanted to sell. I've been using their products for over a year and a half. I absolutely love them. But the reason I decided to go to Mary Kay instead of Saint Beauty was I was afraid that with Saint Beauty, I would run out of content, that I wouldn't have much to talk about, or, you know, how much can you possibly talk about a foundation or highlight colors or cheek colors or whatever. And so I was really concerned that I was kind of pigeonholing myself and that I wouldn't have as much content to do on YouTube as I would with Mary Kay, because Mary Kay has a lot more brands or products. They have a lot more colors, that sort of thing. So it really was the content that I was worried about. The problem I had is I should have went with what, I hate to say my heart, but what I was truly passionate about. To me, I'm not a salesperson. I don't have that sales vibe. I don't like talking about, to people about buying my products because it feels really, really weird to me. But I do enjoy talking about products. I do enjoy recommending products. And that is what my whole YouTube video is about is, hey, I tried this. This is my experience. Let me know if you've had the same experience. And so that comes very naturally to me. And I felt like with Saint Beauty, that is where my passion was, because I can naturally talk about the products because I honestly and truly love them. With Mary Kay, I became a Mary Kay consultant after trying them one time. After going to a Facebook party, trying their products because they did samples, and I love them. I absolutely love them, and there will be some of the things that first got me hooked on Mary Kay that are going to be my favorites Mary Kay video. But I didn't know anything about the products. And so I went in becoming a consultant and originally thinking that I was just gonna do it for the discount. It is a severe discount. You get 50% off products. So if it's a product is $10, you're selling it for $10, but you are only paying $5 for it, so you're making a $5 profit. That is huge. And I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds great. And then you sign up and you get a website, and you get the website for free, and people go through and shop there. So hypothetically, you can make a lot of money in it. Again, the problem was kind of twofold for me, and both of them were personal. Number one, I wasn't passionate about the products. I didn't try the products till I became a consultant, and therefore I was kind of trying products and then trying to create content about the products, but really it's hard to try skincare and you know, you can't try skincare once and be like, oh my gosh, it's fabulous. You kind of have to try it for a couple months before you can even do anything. So I did get into this little hole of not being able to create a lot of content because I really hadn't given the products time enough for me to do an honest review. And I'm not going to come on here and be like, oh my gosh, this product's amazing, and I've tried it once. It doesn't work like that. So the second issue that I had was I started a new corporate job the month after I became a Mary Kay consultant. So I had a month to kind of prep and learn as much as I can. And then I was not thrown into my corporate job. I voluntarily accepted it, but then I started my corporate job. And if you've ever started a new job, you understand that there's a lot, it's overwhelming. And so it was basically, I wasn't passionate, and it was a timing thing. I wish I would have waited. I wish I would have thought through it a little bit more. I wish I would have whatever. But the problem I had was I really wanted to do a side business, and I really wanted to start making money, and Mary Kay seemed like the outlet for me. So that's my backstory. What tips and tricks I have, and what I did that I wish I wouldn't have done, and what I did that I'm glad that I did. The first thing is that you need to consider if you're becoming a Mary Kay consultant is, what is your reason why? If you like the products and you've been trying the products and you're passionate about the products, then I would say absolutely go into it and start out very, very slow. But if you're like me and you're like one or two products and you haven't tried a whole bunch, give yourself time to try out the products. That way, unless you're a natural seller, if you're a natural seller and can sell ice to Eskimos, great, wonderful, great. You'll probably come across authentic. Me, I'm not like that. And if you're not a natural seller, then it's going to be challenging for you. It's going to be easier if you are passionate about the products and you're just telling people about them. You're not selling them, you're just telling them about it. So that would be my first thing, is figure out reason why and try out the products before you actually jump in. Not every single thing, but have some core products that you really, really like. That way you can passionately talk about them. The second thing is, they tell you that you should buy inventory. They will push it. They will use every single tactic that they possibly can to make you buy inventory. Now, I want to preface it by saying I am an adult. I make my own decisions, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, I purchased a lot more inventory than I should have, and I regret it. That is the number one thing that I did wrong. I wish I wouldn't have invested so much in inventory, because now I have a whole shit ton of inventory that I can't use because I'm not selling it anymore, or my passion wasn't in there, and it was challenging to sell. And I'll get into that in a second. So my recommendation is, you have the website, sell through the website, and don't buy in inventory. If you do buy inventory, the one thing that I did that I am glad that I did was I purchased stuff in inventory that I knew that I was going to use. The micellar water, I really, really like. I bought a crap ton of that. The eye makeup remover, I really, really like. I bought a crap ton of that. I bought things that I knew I was going to use, even if it didn't work out for me. So if you were going to invest in inventory, invest in stuff that you actually will use yourself, just in case things go south. But you do not have to buy inventory. They will push it. And I got into the spiral thing because I wanted to do right for the team, and I was so excited, and I bought all this inventory. But the problem was, I don't really have anybody here in Texas to try stuff out with. Everybody I know is in Florida. So if you have a network of people in the area that you're in that you can actually give them samples and have them try out and drop off the inventory at their house, that might be a better way to go. If you've got your clique, maybe you're in a church group, maybe you're in a women's group, maybe you're in a book club, maybe you're, PTO or something. If you actually go out and you're around women and you have the physical capability to give them a sample and have them try something and then drop the inventory off, maybe it's a good thing. But don't feel like you have to. People will wait for the products. Just use the website, have people go through the website, and you'll be good to go. So that is like the number one thing that I can tell you. Don't get stuck in the inventory, because if you don't, and you just use it and then you decide, nope, it's not right for me, you didn't really waste any money. You didn't really invest any money. You didn't really go into debt or whatever. And that's the problem that I'm struggling with now. Not so much in debt, but there, I got a Mary Kay credit card and I put a lot of money on it. And I have product all right here of Mary Kay stuff that I'm not going to get my money back. They do have a buyback program, so I'm gonna look into that. And then I'm gonna have a crap ton of sales. So if you're looking for something at a severely discounted price, let me know. And it's funny because when I did my video about Mary Kay, becoming a Mary Kay consultant, there was a lot of comments about don't buy inventory, don't buy inventory. And I was like, yeah, that's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I can't tell you enough. Don't buy inventory. Don't get yourself in a hole. Buy inventory after you become successful. And maybe not successful is the right word, but once you start getting into the groove and you know that it's gonna fit in your lifestyle, that you're going to be consistent, and you start consistently making money, then start investing in the inventory. But do not go out of the gate investing in inventory, because you don't need to. And you have to work on those foundational stuff. Can you be successful in this business? Absolutely. There are many people in my group that were very, very successful, and you can tell, but it is a lot of work. It is a job. You have to treat it like a job. It is not, people aren't going to be knocking on your door to start buying stuff. You have to put yourself out there. You have to advertise. You have to do Facebook parties. You have to do samples, all this stuff in order to create and drum up business. You can't just sit there and be like, why isn't anybody coming to me? And that's the problem I had. I didn't have the time. And it did come from motivation, because I wasn't passionate about the products, but I didn't have the time to invest. If you invest the time, you are going to reap the rewards, but you have to make sure that you invest the time. So if you're starting a new job, you just had a baby, you're moving to a new place, if you have a major stressor in your life, probably not a good idea to start a Mary Kay business. I know a lot of people are going to be going, duh, like, why are you telling us this? That's common sense. But some people don't think about it. I didn't think about it. I thought, it'll be fine. The first couple months, it's not gonna be that busy anyways. And I'll have time to like invest in it and all this stuff. But I didn't. A couple things that I love, and regardless of what brand you're selling, regardless, I could do it with Saint Beauty, but I did absolutely love the Facebook parties. And I do think that sending off samples and then having the Facebook parties is a way to go. That's how I started. That's how I got hooked in. And if you send the samples before and then you do a Facebook party and people are trying it out, the beauty of the Facebook parties is you can do it at the luxury of your home. Nobody sees you. And I think you should market that, because when I was doing it, I was like, I don't know, people like, is this going to be like a Zoom call where people are going to see me and I have to have makeup on? But I would be like, from the comfort of your home, wear your jammies, no makeup. We're doing this Facebook Live thing or whatever. Get your samples out and just really market from that, because I think that is a selling point, because people don't necessarily want to be on TV. But if I can just sit there and watch you talk and then use the samples at the same time, it's like a live YouTube video or whatever. So I think that's a great selling point. You can do it with anything, but I think that is a great method to start drumming up the business. The other thing that I would recommend is, if you are going to become a consultant, find a group that is in your local area. The group that I was in St. Louis. I'm in Texas. I'm in Dallas, Texas. And so they would have all these group events. And yes, hypothetically, I could fly up there, but that costs money. One thing I wish is I would have found somebody local, because I think I might have gotten the motivation if I would have found somebody that I could go to coffee with, or if we had parties, or if there was a huge big party, or they have the conferences or whatever, that I could actually go to somebody's house and mingle with them and have face-to-face interaction, because it does help. The group that I was under, they would do meetings every single week, and it was great. It was great hearing other people's stories. It was great hearing other people's tactics, what they do. They had tips and tricks, and it was awesome. And I really, really enjoyed that. But I just wish there was a group locally. So if you are looking at, doing it, find local groups. And because a benefit of this, you can mingle with friends. It's such a great connection piece. You can feel connected to other ladies that are trying to better themselves as well and trying to be successful. And that energy will motivate you and stimulate you. And positive energy breeds positive energy. So there's nothing bad about being around ladies trying to crush their dreams just like you. It is going to be motivating. So that's my other thing. Other than that, no inventory. Don't worry about the credit card. They're going to suck you in the credit card because it's going to be 0% interest. Start out slow. If you don't know much about the products, try the products out. And then that way you have at least a little bit of understanding. It can be overwhelming. They have so many products, which at first I thought was a great thing, but then it is very overwhelming because you're like trying to be a subject matter expert in all these different products, and then they come out with new releases and they're limited time, and then it's like, well, do I buy the new releases? Don't buy the new releases, because then they're going to go off on their other thing, and then you're going to have new releases and you're going to try to push that product as well. So I would say, you know, just be careful about buying inventory. Find somebody who's local and really just take it slow. It's a 50% discount. It's awesome, but take it slow. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Probably not. I don't know. It's a weird video, but let me know if you have any questions. If you are thinking about becoming a Mary Kay consultant and you're not sure, and you're still on the fence, give me a call. Send me a message. Let's hook up. Let's talk. I can talk to you. I mean, this is an honest video. I don't know what else I would tell you, but I can give you tips and tricks. But just be careful when you're going into it, because you can go get in trouble really, really quickly, especially if you buy the inventory. Now, if you put the work in, absolutely, 100%, it could be a successful business, but it is a lot of work. And if you have a lot of things going on, it's going to be challenging, and you got to be prepared for that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any comments below, or leave your comments below. Until next time, bye.